Hello guys, this is my first real video. I actually put effort into this video. So I want to tell you guys about the time my entire grade and I went to Kisakallio, just the first night since that was when all the stuff happened. So just to set the premise, we already knew months in advance that we were going here, so I had a shitload of time just to think of all the possible rules we could break without getting caught. So just to tell you a little more, Kisakallio is like this sports camp thingy. So we were supposed to do something there. But as we all know, letting 12 to 13-year-olds without much parental supervision together is not a good idea. So we got this contract we had to sign. It had some basic stuff like no drugs, phones will be collected at 10 p.m., yada yada, but instead of being a normal person, me and my friends had a fucking council meeting where we discussed how we could find the most loopholes and whatnot there, and we decided all to give our phones at 10 p.m. as stated in the contract. But little did the adults know, we all had either second phones or tablets. Now this doesn't sound that crazy, not gonna lie. But then we realized nowhere in the contract did it state you couldn't bring candy or whatever, so my actual dumbass decided to bring a fucking 450 milliliters SodaStream Rockstar Energy Guava Syrup bottle, which has like 1,800 milligrams of caffeine in it, like almost a kilo of candy, and 1.5 liters of this fake-ass Sprite, but hey, it was really good. Now that we got to the place, we had to first put all our stuff in this locker room, and then we were at this massive-ass gymnasium, and then we had like this free play for a couple of hours, and after that it was really just NPC stuff for a bit, and then finally we got our rooms. Now that we finally got our rooms, we could actually do something. What was really interesting is that when we got to our rooms, we didn't have some short-ass break like 15 minutes, but instead we had like multiple hours. I immediately took the top bunk. But what was weird was that we had 6 beds in that room, but only 4 people, me and my 3 friends. And I got not only one top bunk, but a lower one. I used the lower bed just to have all my stuff on. I immediately started by eating candy like the mental fat ass I am. Now you'd think it would be like 10 p.m. already, but nah, it was like, not even late. I think like 4 p.m. or some shit, and then we had some more NPC activities because playing fucking penis ball is more important than anything else. Then we went back to our rooms, where we could grab snacks and then go watch a movie in this sad-ass room with a projector at like 20% brightness, where after a huge argument about what we should watch, we ended up watching one of the Minions movies, but I was using my phone to play Minecraft. It was low-key very goated, not gonna lie. But I had my soda mixed up at this point, and I put like half the bottle in that shit. For that amount, you were supposed to put at most like 15%. But my dumbass decided, yeah, it's smart to fucking not listen to advice from people way smarter than me. So I had like almost 1,000 milligrams of caffeine in a Sprite bottle, and I only was there for 50% of the movie. Then we could go back to the rooms. You didn't have to, but like you could leave. So now I was like 60% done with the energy drink, and I was already fucked up like goddamn. So now I really started fucking up the snacks. I had so much sour candy, chips, everything and anything. So then it came 10 p.m. and I gave this cracked-ass, broken phone that I hadn't used in like 6 months to the teacher with the most serious face, and he believed it somehow. He had literally seen me using my new phone. Well, now there was so much ding-dong ditching, and it was so annoying, like, girl, can you actually shut the fuck up and stop acting like a fucking mentally disabled person? Whatever, me and my friends decided to stay up the entire night, and shit was real crazy. We were on some crazy type shit, like 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. was mostly just us on our phones, and occasionally chatting about some random shit, and then when it hit 12 a.m., we realized ain't no way we going to sleep, and we just turned into 4 little retards like we were doing some demented-ass would-you-rathers like, fuck you mean? Would you rather get SA'd by a bear or Stephen Hawking? But when 2 a.m. hit, we were just talking about the most random shit. But as we decided at Kisakallio, we won't talk about any of this anymore, since the shit we said there would ruin our entire careers before they even started. So then, like now that, thankfully only lasted like an hour, so by the time it was 3 a.m., we all tried to go to sleep but failed miserably. Note that I had already eaten all the fucking candy and drank all the Sprite, which was 900 milliliters of caffeine. But then at like 3:30 a.m., we just went back to either doom scrolling or watching the most random videos on YouTube, and I really was watching Yap Dollar over here, trying to hide my laughter while that retarded AI voice was there calling. A turtle, a fucking chicken? But I started watching a video documentary about the Concorde, and honestly, that was absolute cinema, not gonna lie. I only got halfway through the video before Veal's dumbass threw his pillow at me, starting a whole-ass pillow fight at 4 a.m., which lasted a good 30 minutes before the teachers woke up and told us to be quiet. Then we just talked until 6 a.m., when we got ready for breakfast at 7 a.m. But at this point, I may as well have been in a fucking wheelchair because my ass was seeing hallucinations and shit like, bro, what the fuck? And that's it, I did survive that shit, but barely. Sub, like, comment, whatever. Hope you like this, though.